Red Bull just made Verstappen an offer that no Formula One driver has ever received before. Not Hamilton, not Schumacher, not even Senna. What they're willing to give him now could completely change the balance of power in the sport. We're talking about rewriting the rules of what it even means to be part of a Formula One team. This isn't just about money or contract extensions. This is bigger. It's about control, image, and legacy. Red Bull knows they're at risk of losing the one driver who's carried them through some of their toughest seasons. And in response, they've come up with a move that some say is brilliant, while others call it absolute desperation. Either way, the offer they've just put on the table could shift the future of Formula One in ways we've never seen before. This bold offer didn't just come out of nowhere. It's happening because Red Bull is in serious trouble behind the scenes. The team that once looked unshakable is now falling apart from the inside. First, it was Adrian Newey, the genius behind their car designs, who walked away. Then came the exit of senior figures like Jonathan Wheatley. And most shocking of all, Christian Horner, the face of Red Bull for years, was removed from his position. One by one, the pillars holding the team together have collapsed, leaving a huge gap in leadership and direction. For a team that's dominated the grid in recent years, this kind of breakdown is a major red flag. And right in the middle of all this chaos is Max Verstappen. His loyalty has been tested more than ever, and suddenly, his future with Red Bull doesn't seem so certain anymore. The Austrian shareholders, who now have full control over the team, is doing everything they can to stop the bleeding. But when your whole leadership structure crumbles, you don't fix that with a bigger paycheck or flashy promises. Unless, of course, you're Red Bull. With so much falling apart inside the team, Red Bull knew they had to act fast to keep Verstappen from walking away. And that's when they came up with something no one expected. According to reports, Red Bull is ready to offer Max something that's never been done before in Formula One history: naming rights to one of their two teams. Yes, you heard that right. Max Verstappen might actually have his name as part of the team's official title. Imagine a name like Team Verstappen Racing, or even Red Bull Verstappen lining up on the grid. This goes way beyond a standard contract extension or a salary bump. This is about giving Max an almost unheard of level of power and influence in the sport. No other driver has ever had this kind of offer. Not Hamilton, not Schumacher, not anyone. It shows just how far Red Bull is willing to go to keep Max on their side. But at the same time, it also raises a serious question. Why now, and why only for Max? Because a move like this doesn't just reward talent, it shows how desperate Red Bull really is. Offering Max naming rights isn't just a bold move, it's a clear sign of panic. Red Bull is bleeding talent at every level, and Max Verstappen is the only strong piece they have left. With Newey, Wheatley, and Horner gone, Max is now the last major figure holding the team together. And the truth is, without him, things could fall apart even faster. The RB21 has already shown signs of struggle whenever Max isn't behind the wheel. He's not just driving the car, he's carrying the whole team's performance. So this insane offer from Red Bull isn't just about respect or recognition. It's a desperate attempt to keep Max at any cost. They know that losing him would push the team into an even deeper crisis. But here's where things start to get risky. When a team gives this much power to one driver, it starts to raise questions. Is Max now bigger than Red Bull itself? Has the balance of power shifted so far that the driver is calling the shots, not the team? It's a dangerous place to be, and it shows just how unstable things have become behind closed doors. And just when Red Bull is doing everything they can to hold on to Max, another big player steps into the picture: Mercedes. It's been reported that Max recently had a private meeting with Toto Wolff in Sardinia, and that's no casual catch-up. Mercedes is pushing hard to sign Verstappen, and they're offering something Red Bull can't right now: stability. While Red Bull is falling apart internally and trying to keep Max with branding power and emotional offers, Mercedes is presenting a future built on structure, history, and long-term vision. For Max, it's a big choice. On one side, Red Bull is giving him the spotlight and possibly even his name on a car. But it comes with a lot of chaos and uncertainty. On the other, Mercedes is offering a legacy move, a chance to prove himself in a new environment with a team that's known for building champions. It's not just about speed on the track anymore. This is a high-stakes decision that could define the next chapter of his career. But the real game changer in all of this could be the engine situation for 2026. Red Bull is teaming up with Ford to build their own power unit for the new era of Formula One. And while that sounds exciting on paper, it's a massive risk. This will be Red Bull's first time building a full engine from scratch. And in a sport where milliseconds matter, being a rookie in this department is dangerous. Meanwhile, teams like Mercedes and Audi are already preparing to hit the ground running with years of engine experience behind them. That raises a big question. Will Max really want to stay and race in a car that's powered by an untested engine, knowing it could leave him fighting in the midfield or worse? For someone like Verstappen, who only wants to race for wins and championships, settling for anything less than P1 just isn't an option. And if Red Bull's gamble doesn't pay off, it could push him even closer to the exit. So, what does Max really gain if he accepts Red Bull's offer? On the surface, there are some huge upsides. Having his name attached to an F1 team would give him massive branding power. It would elevate his legacy beyond just race wins and titles. It would make him a true icon in the sport, maybe even inspire him to keep racing longer than he planned. Business-wise, it's a dream move. He could promote his own ventures, build a lasting brand, and stay at the centre of Formula One for years. But there's a downside too. Giving one driver that much control can backfire quickly. Red Bull has lost a lot of its technical leadership already, and Max isn't an engineer or a team principal, he's a driver. If things go wrong on track and the car underperforms, guess who the spotlight will fall on? It's a heavy weight to carry, and being seen as the one calling the shots could lead to blame when results don't come. At the end of the day, Max is built to race, not to manage. And Red Bull might be forgetting that in their rush to keep him around. So now, the big question is, what do you think? Is Red Bull's offer to Verstappen a smart, forward-thinking move that could change the game forever? Or is it a sign that the team is slipping into chaos and making desperate decisions just to hold on? So now it's over to you. What do you really think about this insane offer? Is Red Bull being smart by giving Verstappen unprecedented control? Or is this just a desperate move from a team that's falling apart behind the scenes? If you were in Max's shoes, would you stick with the brand that made you a champion? Or jump to a team like Mercedes offering long-term stability and proven success? And what happens to Formula One if drivers start getting this kind of power? Are we heading into a new era where the lines between team and driver completely blur? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We're watching them closely and can't wait to see where you all stand. And if you want to go even deeper into the wild politics and power plays shaping the future of F1, hit the next video. It's one you don't want to miss.